Hey everybody, how's it going? Alec and Stuff here, and welcome back to Quick Thoughts, a short segment in which I give you some rapid-fire impressions on the things that I find interesting. And today's video is going to be all about Animal Crossing finally coming to the Nintendo Switch in 2019. You know, that small indie title that absolutely nobody is excited for? Yeah, totally. So just this past week, Nintendo went live with yet another Nintendo Direct, and what a doozy! Yeah, I'm sure you've heard by now, Animal Crossing is coming to Nintendo Switch sometime in 2019. And during the Direct, all that was shown to announce this game was a generic logo and the year 2019 right underneath it, which was met with some mixed reactions. Some feel like there should have been some gameplay, screenshots, something for this game to show other than the same logo we've seen in previous games. And then there are those people that are just happy that it's confirmed at all. As for me, I fall somewhere kind of in the middle. While yes, I would have loved to see something like the game's visuals or maybe a basic rundown of some features, I feel like in the end, the lack of information only made me feel more excited because my mind began to just overflow with ideas for what this game could be. So, after letting it simmer in my mind for a little bit, I think I've come up with a pretty solid list of cool features that I would love to see added to this game. So, without further ado, here are just a few of the things that I would personally love to see in Animal Crossing for Nintendo Switch. Coming in at the top of my list of priorities, and probably one of my biggest hopes for this game, is that Nintendo finds a way to incorporate some better or more fleshed out online functionality. Now, as of recently, we've heard Nintendo talk a lot about Nintendo Switch Online and how it's going to be a game changer for the system, but I would love to see them add more functionality, more features to the games that are already on the platform and games that are coming to it. So Animal Crossing is definitely not out of the question. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, Alec, what do you mean? What do you mean better online functionality? Because Animal Crossing New Leaf already had online functionality. Well, I'm glad you asked. For starters, I would absolutely love to see Nintendo make it easier to visit friends via internet connection. So, in Animal Crossing New Leaf, the way to visit your friends in that game felt a little bit lengthier than it needed to be, and especially if you're going to bring something like that over to console like the Switch, I feel like the process of visiting your friends online should be made a little bit more streamlined and a little bit speedier, a little bit quicker. So the way you used to do it in Animal Crossing New Leaf was you had to go to the train station, which was a designated spot on the map. And you had to go to the train station, you had to talk to the train conductor, which was a monkey. You had to talk to the monkey, you had to tell him, yes, I'm looking for friends. And he would ask, okay, well, are you looking for friends that are nearby or friends that are online? And then you'd say, friends that are online. And then, on top of that, the friend that you're trying to visit needs to open their gates in their respective town. So they need to go to their train station, open their gates, and then go back to whatever it was they're doing. So, to put this in sort of a practical example, let's say I wanted to visit my friend in their town, but what if they're in the middle of redesigning some of their plots of land? Maybe they're putting up a project, or maybe they're on Tortimer's Island, right? They have to basically stop whatever they're doing, go to the train station, open up their gates to allow me to visit, and then go back to whatever it was they're doing. So I'm sure you can see that this process definitely has some room for improvement. Now, continuing on the idea of added online features, what if, in addition to making visiting friends easier, what if there was an option to run an always-on town with your friends together? This is something I have had dreams of. The ability to organize a town with your friends, maybe as co-mayors, would blow my mind. And I think, especially with Nintendo's increased focus on Nintendo Switch Online, would do a lot to convince people on the service. Just imagine A town where you could drop in and out at any time and you could just see your friends there. You could all come together to make decisions on what the town could look like. Basically, everything you could do normally in Animal Crossing, but cooperative. I think this would be a massive addition to the existing Animal Crossing formula and would do a lot to make the series feel like even more of a social experience. Now, speaking in regards to improvements, I think it is almost a no-brainer that we see more species of fish to catch from maybe different locales, different kinds of bugs, and of course things like new furniture items and clothing. Although, when it comes to the idea of new items and clothing, I think it would be cool to see Nintendo take a more modern approach. Similar to what they do with Splatoon, I think it would be cool to see Nintendo add more and more clothing and items over time in the form of free content updates. Now, I know this might have you thinking, doesn't Animal Crossing Pocket Camp already do that? Yes! Which brings me to my next point. I think it would make a whole lot of sense that we see some form of integration with the mobile game, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Perhaps add the ability to see items available for purchase, a la Splatoon 2. Maybe add some ways to manage your town while you're away from your Switch. There's a lot of solid, practical uses for adding integration with Pocket Camp that I almost feel like it would be somewhat of a missed opportunity if we didn't see this happen. And finally, to end off my wish list, I think it would be great to see the addition of more things to do around our towns, because all too often in New Leaf, I would find myself booting up the game, running through my daily errands, and then asking myself, okay, now what? I know this might stem from the fact that I just play this game so much, but I think almost everyone could agree that it would be awesome to have more things to do around our towns. Perhaps a bigger, more interactive museum to explore with our friends. And as much as I love making coffee at Brewster's, maybe add the option to apply for more jobs around town. More activities is always a plus for new and veteran players alike, and would keep me invested in my town for longer play sessions more often. And honestly, they could add all the content in the world to this game, but you can really never have too much Animal Crossing. Whew. Alright, and with that, I think that's everything. All in all, I'm really excited about the idea of a new Animal Crossing coming to the Switch, and all the new things that we might see. Of course, these are all just my ideas, and before we let this video end, I gotta ask, what are some of you guys' hopes and dreams for Animal Crossing Switch? Are you excited about it? What kinds of features or ideas would you want to see implemented? Feel free to let me know down in the comments below, as I would love to discuss with you guys. And that just about wraps up this video. But before I go, I've got just one thing left to say, and that is, of course, as always, I'm alecandstuff, and I will see you all again real soon. Bye!